Hello and welcome. In this video, I want to take a deeper look inside the details action of my student's controller. So let's begin. Previously, we talked about the design of the details, and as I mentioned, I can easily get inside the details, and we take a deeper look inside the design of the details. In addition, let's talk more about the action and the controller's code. To do that, come over here and come to this. Previously, we talked about the index and how to work with it. Then I have the details. As you see over here, I have the same structure, the async or the asynchronous task. And the async task means we can run this task simultaneously with all the codes or all the methods. So at the same time, the CPU can run this task or this code or this method. In the same time, the CPU can run all the codes and all the methods. So we can call it async or asynchronous task or simultaneous task. It means at the same time you can run this code or these codes and also all the codes. And it is available by using the different threads inside the CPU. So the async means simultaneous or at the same time. Now I have the results over here. Its type is iAction results and the name is details. Inside it I have the parameters, and this is the ID that is entered by the user. So how I can identify this? If I take a look over here, and at the top I have the same structure, the controller, the action, the details, and the ID. So this number is the ID. We can get this number or the ID exactly over here by this parameter. And also we have the format of this. If I take a look inside the program.cs, I have the format, the controller name, the action, and the nullable ID. It can be null or the number. So if I come over here and get inside the controller, this is my controller, great. Then I have the remaining and the appropriate code. At the first, I have the checker to check if the ID is null or not. If the ID is null or my DB context student is null, I haven't any data, or the student is null, then return not found. What is the not found? The not found stands for not found result. So it is the code page 404. We can easily check this one. To do that, at the breakpoint over here and run the application. I want to get inside this code step by step or line by line. Now let's come over here and select the first record. The ID is number 1, and you can see the details over here. Or for better understanding, get inside the inspect and come to this, hover on the details. As you see, it is the student's my controller name, the action name, the number 1. So click on this one easily and quickly. After clicking on that, I have the breakpoint here. So the ID, if you hover on it, is number 1 and my ID is number 1. So I have the checker over here. Check if the ID is null or the context students inside it is null. And currently the ID is not null. And also my student, if I click over here, has all of this data. So this if structure is not true. It means easily escape this and go to the next line and continue. And this error is because of this matter. There is the open data reader because currently I'm debugging the code. So I got this error. It means I can easily come over here and refresh this and continue without any problem. I can see the result. In the next step, let's select the number 1 over here and write wrong number. This time let's select this and delete that entirely and leave it as the null and press enter. So as you see, I have the ID and it is null. So my ID this time is null. As the result, get inside this one easily and quickly. So if this is the null or the context is null, then get inside this and return the not found page. So if I click on the continue, the result is like this, the not found and the HTTP error 404. So if you want to show this page to the user, don't hesitate to use the return, then the not found. The not found is indeed the page of the 404. We call it not found or the 404. 404 I mean. And in the next step, if I take a look, let's add another breakpoint here and come to this one and write the correct number, something like the 2, and press enter. So if I take a look inside the database, I have the number 2 here, and also I can refresh this. Indeed, I want to refresh this table. So right click and execute. So I have the number 2 over here without any problem. So this one of the code is running. It means hello C#, please wait until executing this one. And what is the sign of the code? It means hello C#, please load the data inside the student. Then get the first record or default record asynchronously or simultaneously in another thread. And here I have the condition. Use the M as the model and search the data with this search. It's really simple and straightforward. It means hello C#, please find any student that has the ID like the ID or this one, the 2 or the ID 2. And the result is one record of the data, indeed this record, number 2. Then we can show it inside the details view or the details page. So go to the next line, and this is, and currently if I hover on the student, my student, you can see is something like this. The age is 16, the first up to the end. Only the data for one record. It looks amazing and great. Then check if the student is null or not. So is not null, return the student. Return the student, and the result is available over here easily and quickly by using the razor code inside the details. Previously we talked about this matter, and indeed if I take a look over here for the details, this is the details, and by using the razor code I mean this to get the data and show it inside the appropriate texts. Okay, I enjoyed a lot. Now we learned more about the codes in the details action. And if I deeper look inside the lambda expression over here, at the first look, the lambda expression is a little bit scary or the complex, but is not. Indeed, the lambda expression is really simple method to get access to the data. So here I have the M, and if I hover on the first or default, as you see, the parameter inside this parenthesis is a kind of a student. You can see the student over here. First or default async, this is the student. So the M over here is the name for the student. You can write anything that you want. For instance, MM or ST or something like that. You are completely free. And as I mentioned previously, this is the parameter and this is the return value, or here is the condition to get the data. So I have the ST over here, the student. Which student? Any student, indeed I need to use it here, and this is the codes. Any student that has the ID equals to the entered ID by the user. So get the results and wait until completing of it and assign it to the student. Now I have the student, and if the student is null, return the not found or 404 page, and if it's not, return back the data easily and quickly. Okay, I enjoyed. This is really great and amazing and also practical. So it's your time to go and start investigating the details action inside your student controller, and stay with me with my amazing upcoming tutorial. Thanks for your time.